On 2nd June 2026, Peter Schiff posted on X. He said, as stretch investors begin to worry about strategy's ability and commitment to pay the yield, the price will fall further. That will force Saylor to raise the official coupon to get stretch back to $100. Death spiral. Let me walk you through exactly what he means. Step by step. Imagine pushing a snowball up a steep hill. While you keep pushing, it stays where you put it. The moment you stop pushing, it rolls back. The further it rolls, the more speed it picks up. The more speed it picks up, the harder it is to stop. That is the structure Schiff is describing. Step 1. Bitcoin price falls. Strategy's $56.7 billion Bitcoin treasury shrinks in value. Confidence in stretch weakens among holders. Step 2. Stretch slips below $100 par. Retail holders who were told it was stable start to worry. Step 3. To restore stretch to $100, strategy raises the dividend. A higher yield attracts buyers back. Price temporarily recovers. Step 4. A higher dividend means higher cash burn. Strategy's US dollar reserves stood at $2.25 billion at the start of 2026. After repurchasing $1.5 billion of convertible debt in May 2026, that reserve had fallen to $871 million. Annual preferred dividend obligations across all preferred series now exceed $1.7 billion per year. Step 5. At current burn rate, that $871 million reserve covers approximately 6 months of obligations. Step 6. When cash runs low, strategy faces a choice with no good options. Sell Bitcoin to fund dividends, or suspend dividends entirely. Step 7. If Bitcoin is sold, the selling pressure pushes Bitcoin lower. Lower Bitcoin weakens stretch further. Stretch falls below $100 again. Dividend must rise again. More cash burned. More Bitcoin must be sold. Step 8. If dividends are suspended, stretch collapses immediately. Retail holders exit. Confidence in the entire structure breaks. On 26 to 31st May 2026, strategy sold 32 Bitcoin for approximately $2.5 million. The first Bitcoin sale since 2022. The amount was tiny relative to 843,000 Bitcoin held. The signal was not tiny. Think of it like a dam inspection. When engineers inspect a dam, they do not wait until water starts pouring through before they act. A single crack in the wrong place tells them everything. Strategy selling 32 Bitcoin was not a flood. It was the first visible crack. Grayscale research confirmed in June 2026. The structure creates additional pressure as both strategy and stretch prices fall simultaneously. Now I want to take you back 4 years, because this story had been told before. In May 2022, a different instrument offered retail investors extraordinary yield with apparent stability. The Anchor protocol on the Terra blockchain paid 19.5% annually on Terra USD deposits. Terra USD was an algorithmic stablecoin designed to hold a $1 peg. The yield was real. The monthly payments arrived. Millions of retail investors treated it as a savings account alternative. Think of it like an escalator that only goes up. Every day you stepped on and rode it higher. The mechanism that kept the escalator moving was invisible to most users. They just saw it going up. They did not see the motor underneath. The motor was a mint and burn mechanism between Terra USD and its sister token Luna. When Terra USD fell below $1, the mechanism minted more Luna to defend the peg. In calm conditions, it worked perfectly. On 7th May 2022, a large coordinated withdrawal began. Terra USD slipped below $1. Luna was minted in enormous quantities. The supply of Luna exploded. Luna price collapsed under the relentless selling pressure. As Luna fell, the cost of defending the peg rose. More Luna was minted. Luna fell further. The escalator motor caught fire. The escalator did not slow down. It reversed and accelerated in the opposite direction. In approximately 72 hours, $45 billion in combined market value was wiped out. Daniel's colleague at the accounting firm had kept 3 months of emergency savings in Anchor. He had been told it was safer than a bank deposit. It was gone in 3 days. So how does Stretch compare to Luna? Let me give you the honest answer. 3 structural similarities. First, high yield with no underlying cash flow. Luna's yield came from new capital inflows and Luna token inflation. Stretch's yield comes from new Stretch issuance and Bitcoin sales when issuance stalls. Neither instrument generates yield from a business that earns revenue. They both generate yield from the next person who shows up to buy in. Think of it like a chain letter. The logic is always the same. Early participants receive payments funded by new participants. As long as new participants keep arriving, the payments continue. When new participants stop arriving, the payments stop. The yield in a chain letter is not generated from a business. It is transferred from the next buyer to the current holder. And that is not a dividend. That is a queue, and queues eventually run out of new arrivals. Second, capital inflow dependency. Both instruments required continuous new buyers to sustain the structure. The moment inflow slowed, the pressure on the underlying asset intensified. Third, feedback loop when confidence breaks. In both cases, falling price triggers a mechanism that further pressures the price. For Luna, it was algorithmic and instantaneous. For Stretch, it is human and gradual. The direction is identical. Two critical differences. First, speed. Luna's collapse was algorithmic. No human could intervene once the loop started. $45 billion gone in 72 hours. Stretch's board makes dividend decisions monthly. Human intervention is possible at every step. The spiral can be slowed or interrupted. Second, recovery is possible for Stretch. Luna's token went to zero because the algorithm minted supply into infinity. Stretch is backed by real Bitcoin on a real balance sheet. Over 800,000 Bitcoin is a real asset with a real price. If Bitcoin recovers strongly, the entire structure can restore. Luna had no recovery path once the peg broke. Think of it this way. Luna was a house fire fed by pure oxygen. Once it started, nothing could slow it down. Stretch is a fire in a house with a fire door. The fire door buys time. It does not make the house fireproof. If the firefighters arrive in time, the house survives. If they do not, the outcome is the same as the house without the fire door, just delayed.